What's up, everyone? The Crap Gamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it. Also, the king of all gaming-related media, and you knew that as well. Thanks for taking time out to check out another one of my videos. It's always greatly appreciated. It means a lot to me when you guys do that. Closing in on 20,000 subscribers. That number absolutely blows my mind. Again, I don't think that I'm a huge YouTuber or anything like that, but I do appreciate having a small voice, being a small pebble in a big pond. It means a lot. I appreciate it. On to today's topic, and that is something that's kind of funny. I was looking at, as you guys know, I'm part of a big podcast, or, a podcast that's generally well received and liked, and we have good chemistry. And we're mostly Xbox, though we do talk up other PlayStation and just gaming in general. That's Big Gamer Small Talk. Now, what's funny is the biggest Xbox-related podcast is Podcast Unlocked on IGN, and it's got Shaggy and the rest of that crew that really couldn't care less about Xbox to begin with. Their latest thing was, their title was, What Xbox Can Learn from PlayStation Experience, right? I'll tell you right now, as an Xbox fan, as an Xbox owner, what Xbox and Microsoft can learn from PSX. You can learn what not to fucking do. You do not want to do that. You want to do the exact opposite of that. You spent years building up your brand with huge AAA franchises, action-packed franchises, superior online. You just sold people a brand new console. You don't want to give them a bunch of indie games, gimmicky VR. You just got out of the gimmick business. You don't want to go back to gimmicks. Hardcore gamers don't want that. Sony's going to fall flat on their ass when they push that VR bullshit. Nobody's going to play that. Nobody's going to buy it. They spent all this time talking up graphics and resolution and all this shit, and the graphics that they're giving you for this particular thing looks like PlayStation 2 graphics. There is very little bump mapping or anything like that. Textures, tiles. It's very piss poor in my opinion. It's like stepping back 15 years. I don't think it's going to do well. It's a gimmick, and I think Microsoft sees it as a gimmick. That's why they're not investing in it. It would make you wonder if your largest competitor was taking a big risk, and you decided to do nothing. I mean, if I'm the competitor taking the risk, if I'm Sony, I'm shitting bricks right now, right? Microsoft is not coming out with VR. HoloLens is something completely different, and they're not even calling that a gaming thing. Sony has got to be at least a little bit worried because they've really taken off this generation, and they probably planned this VR crap before they started doing so well. So now they got to be thinking, hey, this could tank us. What happens if they go to E3 and pull out a bunch of VR bullshit? You've got no Uncharted 4 to show off anymore, right? So you got that trick gone. Are you going to really waste time with VR? Because let's face it, Kinect games, VR, Wii stuff, that stuff doesn't translate well on the big stage. We're all like, what the fuck? We're sitting there looking at, what is that, Book of Spells or whatever that move shit was years ago, and we're like, what is this? Or looking at Usher on stage on Microsoft's thing, dancing around, and we're like, what is this? We don't want that as hardcore gamers. I can sit there and say that. I'm a hardcore gamer. I don't want that bullshit. I don't want to watch VR because you can't really watch it. It's like watching 3D, and you don't have any glasses. It doesn't translate well. It's not something people want. I don't think it's going to do very well at all. I think that, in fact, that it's going to fail completely and utterly. Hopefully, Sony has a backup plan or something, because just look at 3D, right? They pushed that, and then Microsoft was smart. They said, we're not going to really push that. And good thing they didn't, because now 3D is completely dead. Microsoft pushed Kinect. It was good for the 360. Something new, gave that a shot in the arm, but people didn't want that forced on them, and I guess rightfully so. So at the end of the day, what can Microsoft do or learn from PlayStation experience? You can learn what not to do, and I think that's the best thing they can learn. You don't want to focus on those little tiny titles. You don't want that bullshit. Stay away from that. I get, it's total change from what I'm used to as far as generations and consoles and things like that go. I don't want that crap, and I know deep down, even the Sony fanboys don't want that, no matter how much they try to convince themselves otherwise, or you or me. We want hardcore games. We want to kick back with our controller, have a beer, whatever, put our feet up and game. We don't want to, dance around or put crazy crap on our head or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rack that shit up. CrapGamer out.